both virtual reality and 3D printing has become the hottest topic in 2016. I'm sure most of us really want to figure out the inside of them. So in today's last event, we will have a keynote speech and product demo presented by Max, the Global Business Development Manager with focus on Asia from G2A.com, and Carlo, the Project Manager of G2A 3D Plus, to talk about the G2A VR ecosystem and the 3D printing platform and solutions. Let's give the first welcome to Max, the Global Business Development Manager.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for being here. Today, I'm going to walk you through what is G2A. G2A is a marketplace. We're the fastest growing video games, digital video games marketplace in the world. There's a reason for that, and then I'll explain it very, very quickly so that you understand what we're all about. As you can see, we're way above names that you probably know, like Origin, which is EA's marketplace, and Ubisoft, which is at the bottom, Shop Ubi. There's a reason for it. It's because we've got a huge reach. Every month, we have about 250,000 new users that join our marketplace, and we're about 10 million users deep at the moment. But we command about 231 million people on social media, and that's why we command a huge growth and a fast-paced growth. How it works on G2A, and we have PewDiePie as an ambassador, so that helps because he is the biggest star on YouTube with 38 million subscribers. That's not small. So what is the marketplace that we have is, well, we have sellers and buyers. We provide the platform for you to come and buy games from sellers. And if you sell games, you come on our platform and you sell games, and that's it. What we do is we make sure that whoever buys the codes gets the codes to play the game. So we have systems in place. Sorry about that. Oh, there we go. We've got a few things in our ecosystem, and what I'm talking about here is the G2A Shield. So what we do is we provide a guarantee to our buyers that they will get a code. So if they pay a membership with the G2A Shield, which is quite cheap, it's €1 per month, they make sure that whoever sold the code will give them the code. If they don't give the code, we will not work with that seller anymore. But we make sure that the buyer is not impacted at all. And what we do is we have the G2A Pay platform, which is all the payment gateway that you would want. So MasterCards, your local banks, PayPal, any system anywhere in the world, we will integrate it. So if a merchant deals with us, he doesn't have to worry about integrating with all the payment systems. We will take care of that. And we will take care also if there's cashbacks, we take care of that. So that's another layer of security. We just want everybody on our platform to be able to do business in a logical and secure sort of fashion. But what I want to talk to you about today, and that's what we're showing at our booth, is something that we're trying to do on VR, and we'll go through, my partner will go through with G2A 3D Plus soon. Sorry, I'm having a problem with this thing. So what we're doing at our booth, we're showing G2A Land because we believe that VR is an integral part of the future. So we have a team of developers that are developing really cool content for VR. VR is a bit of a niche at the moment because it's a bit exclusive. It's expensive for a user or a gamer to get into VR. So what we do is we support it. So we've created some really great content with the help of MSI as a power partner to create content that people can experience and live this experience on VR. I don't know if you've tried it. You could try it at our booth. And why VR? And you'll see what's really cool with VR. And you can have endemic brands get in with your VR campaigns. What is cool is, obviously, it's novel. It's a new way of integrating any sort of campaign or experience. But what it is it's very immersive. So anybody that tries the experience is isolated. They will be isolated with a mask, and it's a solo journey. And what happens with that is they get really immersed into that experience. It's very high in emotion, and what happens is you get a very memorable experience, and your client leaves with a very memorable experience of your brand. And so I'll show you G2A Land, which is a virtual amusement park that we built, which you can integrate with any brand and make them live any sort of content through your through that virtual amusement park. It's a bit funny because it's like a game inside a game. We'll see a video, so I'll let you guys see the video and see what it is first. And then we'll talk about it. So we have 3 or 4 at the moment stage in our G2A Land. The roller coaster, which is just a simple roller coaster, if you try it, you'll feel like it's a real roller coaster, but you're not in a real roller coaster. The cinema is one of my favorites because you're actually going to see a movie while you're in the game. So you go and you walk and you take a seat and you watch a movie while you're in the game, which is a bit weird. And you've got the shooting range, which is your typical just walk in and then shoot some stuff and then win some stuff. And then we have the underwater attraction, which is at our booth. It's not just coming soon, but we've got some more coming up also. What's cool with that is that you can get some really funky experience. And really, like I was saying, like your brand can be very memorable. And this is one that we did with MSI. For Batman versus Superman premieres, where so it was shown in the lobby of all the cinemas, and people could try on this ride with the as a Gotham VR, and they could get sort of the more of experience of being Batman, and which was really interesting. It obviously attracted a lot of crowds, and then you'll see the video of the ride itself. So the Gotham VR, we'll go back at this. So the Gotham VR is integrated in our G2A Land. You can go and try it out. It's quite an experience. You'll see what I mean by something very memorable. It made everybody remember that MSI brought in that subject or brought in that ride. After you leave, you're like, wow, MSI is really cool. They do this. And then you think about the movie. So the association with the brand is really great with VR. So another thing that we're supporting is this game that's going to come out. It's very novel, very unique. What it is there's a spaceship that's broken and you have to escape, so you're floating in space. But what is unique about this VR experience is that it's a PvP. So PvP is players versus player. So you have to compete against another player while you're on a VR environment. And that is brought to you by Anchar Studios, which is a partner of G2A. You can go and see them out at ancharstudios.com. The other experience that we do, because VR is not just about games, VR is also about education. You can do very nice documentaries or enhance experience with 360 videos, or make a game that's a little bit more educational. And I'm sure you all know about Chernobyl, what happened in Chernobyl. the catastrophe that happened with the nuclear meltdown. So what the team at the Farm 51, they went to Chernobyl and they had cameras and 360 cameras and they pictured everything so that you can go and walk into Chernobyl and see what it is for how it was left in that panic mode when it happened, and it's still untouched basically. So if you want to go and not live the experience of having radiation, it's quite an experience, and we're supporting this, and it's on our platform, on our marketplace. You can come and pre-order it. So what we suggest to you is, what's the right solution, and how can you work with us at G2A with VR? What we could do is we can tailor, as you can see, we can build experiences for your brand, memorable experiences that you can showcase wherever you want and have the full installation provided by us. And this will definitely amplify your content. Sometimes it's not our content, like the Chernobyl stuff. We do amplify it with our social media. Our social media, like I said, is 231 million strong. It's not something banal. So it's quite an amplified experience with that. Or we could connect you with a huge network of VR studios that develops VR. Maybe you don't know how to get into that market. We know how to get it. We know how to provide it. We know how to produce it. And we know how to make it a success for you. And on that, I will pass the bar to my colleague, Carol, which is going to show you something that we're doing with G2A 3D+.
Thanks, Max. Awesome. So, my name's Karol, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about G2A 3D+. So, I guess that most of you are already familiar with 3D printing, right? You either saw something being 3D printed, or you've heard about 3D printers. Now, from our perspective, from G2A's perspective, 3D printing is an amazing tool. Because all of the technologies, all of the ideas you may have as entrepreneurs, as companies, as people, like as long as you have a good idea how to use it, then this is a good product. So for us, 3D printing is something which can help us cross the barriers, right? G2A was focused for a very, very long period of time on digital products. And all of you guys, I guess, you are working with digital products every day, right? You have special applications, you have special games, you have a lot of things which you cannot express without the physical presence, before that. So for us, we thought, okay, we are doing a lot of things with gaming, we love games. So how about we take a character, we take an item, we take something directly from the game, we make it real, we 3D print it, right? So this is something amazing from our perspective, and this is what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how G2A 3D Plus works, why is it so good for us from the perspective of gaming company, gaming industry, but also from perspective of people who are in general interested in new technologies, people who are manufacturing equipment, people who are doing software. So for all of you guys. Now, 3D printing is a new way to merchandise. If you're viewing from this perspective, like today you can go to a shop, you can buy, I don't know, let's say a t-shirt, you can buy a figurine. If you're in here, a lot of people who come to those kind of trade fairs, after or before listening to what you offer, what kind of products you have, they're going to ask about some kind of, I don't know, keychain, they're going to ask about some gadgets, something that will help them remember you guys better, right? And all of us, we have to prepare this, we have to put it on our booths, on our stand, so that we can be better remembered. From the perspective of gaming industry, of entertainment. For example, who of you knows Star Wars? Amazing. So did you know that when you look on the Star Wars franchise, you have video games, you have movies, the actual movies which are supposed to be the biggest thing in Star Wars, but actually what is the biggest thing is the merchandise. So as you can see, more than $5 billion was earned through the merchandising of the Star Wars franchise. Now, who do not want to tap into this type of market? If you look at the US market alone, the sales from the action figures, January to October 2015, it's $850 million. So this is something amazing, and this is something which everyone who produces any type of content can actually start tapping into, because you can start creating your own items with G2A 3D Plus. Now, how does it work? Can I ask for the video? So as you have seen, it's really easy. It's really easy to actually start taking something digital. In here you saw a character from, which was digital, right? Digital character, which became real. Now, of course, we as a company, we specialize in digital marketing, in digital goods and digital products. Therefore, in order to make it happen, to start doing the 3D printing project, we started working with 3D Gens, one of the best hardware manufacturers in terms of 3D printing from Europe. So you're certain that you're working with two great companies. The hardware, the software, the know-how, everything is covered by us. So, who is the 3D Plus for, actually? From one perspective, it's for the gamers, right? So I guess that all of us played or are still playing games even right now, right? And who wouldn't love to take a character, the item, and get it directly for their house? Like, even if you look at here, this guy, this is one of the characters from the game Super Hot. By the way, Polish game, very good game. One of the best-selling games in the latest time. And you can actually 3D print this. You can get it shipped directly to your house. Now that's something amazing, right? From the perspective of a developer, of someone who makes the software, right? You can now, without any issues, come to us and say, hey guys, you know what? I have this model, I have this amazing character. Let's start selling that. Let's start offering that maybe as a freebie or as a package, something additional to the program, to the game, to the software I already created, right? From the perspective of the publisher, it's the same thing. You can find a new value with the products you already have. You don't have to invest anything into that. This is yours, so that someone is thinking, maybe I should buy product A or product B. They're similar. And oh, well, here I get a free, for example, 3D printout. It's something amazing. From the perspective of a designer, they can do more works. They can work with you guys, for example, and say, hey, I'm going to design something especially for you, like a new logo. Actually, if you would go right now to Nangang, to MSI booth, what they did, they started a new line of PCs, right? AEGIs. And they created a character, virtual character, which is promoting this new line of products. And we said, hey guys, you know what? We can print it out for you. And this is one of the points that people are going around the trade fair saying, hey, what is this? What's this figurine? They start talking. It is engaging. It helps them to remember the product better. So that's why you also have hardware manufacturers, you have software manufacturers, you have a lot of companies. It's only up to you, actually, how you can use the platform, how you can benefit from it. Now, how does it work? Because I guess that's the most important for you guys. First thing, we have the 3D model. And this is the touch point with you guys. You have the property, the IP, the intellectual property is yours. So what you have to do is make this one simple decision. Come to us and say, you know what, guys? I want you to 3D print, for example, this guy from my game, from my software, from my marketing campaign. I want you to do that. What we do, we make it into a 3D blueprint, so a file which can be printed by the 3D printer. We validate that everything is going to look amazing. We can customize it. Your customers can customize it. Maybe they want it to be bigger, smaller. Maybe they want it in different colors. We print it. We ship it directly to the customer's door. We collect the payment with our payment ecosystem. And one more time, endpoint, like touchpoint with you guys, we protect the files. A lot of people, they're afraid what's going to happen with the files in the age of 3D printing. Hey, I'm going to get just one file, it's going to go on BitTorrent, and everyone is going to use it for free. Not with us. We are doing that, we are protecting it, because this is your property. And without you, there's no business for us. We are all about this partnership. If you think right now, okay, where can I fit into this structure, right? Because we are doing a lot of things, this is an interesting project, but my company, how can we directly work with you guys, or how can we benefit from you? So here you can see the structure of the project. So within, you have in the middle you have G2A 3D Plus, which is taking care of the file management, monetization, the printing, the calculations for the printouts, or maybe you want to calculate how much you want to earn actually on sales, logistics, so on, so on, so on. We can have free content, premium content, and this is us. You have your own software, you have your own content, you can connect with us. This is your touch point with us. When you are a company, for example, you want to add some specific things, let's say you make cell phones, right? And you want to attach to all of the cell phones, you want to have a unique chain, which is going to be different for all of the customers. You can come to us and you can work with us this way. Maybe you want to put some of the items directly within the product, not as an addition, but part of the product, you want to change it. You can do it with us, no problem. Maybe you are a designer, or you have designers in your company, and you would like to monetize that. You would like to share this with the world, and just sending a picture is not enough. You want to have it physically. You want to put it on your booth, maybe on the trade fairs. Maybe you are someone from the 3D printing industry. You have a 3D farm. You want to open a 3D farm. You want to start working with this technology because this is the future for all of us. Because all the products which today we have to be manufactured, I don't know, in some kind of factory, you are going to be able to do in your house. The deliveries, the connecting with the users, the marketing, there's so many ways you can work together with us. And after the presentation, definitely I would love to talk with you guys. If you have any questions, if you have any ideas, we're open for that. Because this is how the products are being born, right? Now, I told you about the protection of IT. This is a very important topic. So let me very, very briefly run through it with you guys. So some content is going to be free because you would like to simply distribute it. You would like our users, like 240 million people who can be reached by G2A at any time without any issue. You would like them simply to go online and start downloading the product to promote your brand, right? Some of the software, some of the items can be protected by the software DRM, which are special programs dedicated to protection, but of course we know some of you would like to have the highest level of security. Then we have selected partners, selected hardware solutions, which are going to prevent people from illegally using your content, the content which you are focused on. And of course, you have some small additional things which also support protection of your content. The scanners, all new files are being scanned, whether they're actually belong to the person who's uploading them. This is official platform, so very similar to, for example, iTunes, which started educating people. Hey guys, now you know that if you buy here, this is legal, right? This is legal source. Before, even right now, a lot of people, they don't know. Even if I want to buy a 3D printout or a 3D file, hey, where should I go? This is the place. And of course, you have a lot of insight directly from the users, because let's not forget that anyone can give you some good ideas, they can create some models, but they can also work with you and tell you what's happening, maybe what should you do in the future, what's really hot. From the user's perspective, the 3D Plus is a very easy platform. So even right now, if you would go to the G2A.com the shopping experience is easy. You simply select the product, select the payment option, and that's it. So for 3D Plus, of course, we added some features like displaying the 3D model, informing you about the cost of the delivery, giving you additional options. For example, like how would you like to paint the figurine? But this is also a very easy process from the user's perspective. And here, if you think from the perspective of a designer, right? So for example, I told you already about Star Wars. I told you about a lot of people who have their passions, right? So in here, you have Star Destroyer, right? And this is actually a case for the PC. And this is amazing because simply one day, one of the fans, he simply went online and said, you know what? I designed this model. I have some skills, I designed the model, I made it, and I put my PC inside of it, and he started sharing the file with it. So this is also a very good thing if you're, for example, a hardware manufacturer, maybe you want to tap into that. Funny story, if you go to PC manufacturers' booths here around Computex, all of them, they do something with case modding, with modifying the PCs, because this is hot, this is interesting. And you have feedback directly from the users. You don't have to do some strange pools, you don't have to do additional marketing research, because you actually have the users who are doing that to show you that this product is hot. You don't have to work for them. I told you that we are doing some things with MSI, and you can modify, for example, some parts of the computer. We already came here also in January, show you some additional gadgets for the PCs. And this is really interesting because, as I said, the users can choose what they like. So you don't have to think, okay, let's do 5 variety of products. You can just say, okay, guys, this part, just do whatever you want with it. And you have millions of that. And people start working together to promote it. Small case studies. For our games, amazing game developer from Poland. One day they came to us and said, you know what, guys? We have this game. It's a really interesting mobile game, but we would like to give something additional to the people who are visiting us on the trade fairs. We took the figurines, we printed them out, we started showing it to the people. More people get engaged, more people get interested, and now they're asking, hey, so when can I buy this figurine? Because I'm playing this character, and I'm waiting for it very soon. With MSI, a new way to also show yourself, express yourself when you own a PC, right? Maybe you want to change it, maybe you want to show that you're a true fan. It's very easy to print out some part of it, or print out, as I said before, the character which is promoting the whole series of the PCs. Very interesting example, Farm51, one more Polish company, very nice game developer. What they said is that, you know what, 3D printing is so big, and it's going to be even bigger when we finally release the game. So why wait for the release of the game and then start implementing the 3D printing while we can start building the game directly with the 3D printing possibilities from the ground up? It's faster, it's better, and then we have a perfect match. Some of the ideas, how can you use that also in gaming, but also in your companies? Because some of you probably are saying, oh, but I don't have this character, I don't have this IP I can share, I can 3D print. What is it for me as for my company? Well, actually, it's quite simple because the mechanics we're using in the gaming industry are the same mechanics that you are using every day with your products. For example, if you have your own application, there's a high chance that you are checking, hey, how often users are using this application. And if they are using it every day, you want to reward them. If they are not using it every day, you want to tell them, hey guys, if you are going to do that, we're going to reward you. And this is a very easy system because with 3D printing, you can have unique items, which are also great awards, great incentives for people to use your software, use your application more often. And if you want to give awards for using or for any other things which for you are important, we as G2A, we're always open. Just come to us and we can figure out something really amazing to prepare with a low cost, send it directly to the customer and make him even more happy with your product. What can you also do? Well, I told you about the gadgets. I told you about the booths that all of us visited and some of us are running even right now during the first. And we are always looking for something which we can do to stand out, right? But sometimes it's quite hard, you know. You have to plan it really, really way back. You have to order, I don't know, millions of quantity. With 3D printing, it's very easy. All the manufacturing is based on demand. If you want to make something special, if you want to customize it, there's absolutely no issue with that. So you can have, let's say, phone accessories. You can have special promotional materials. You can have special customization for your hardware devices or for any items you're using directly on your booth without any effort. You simply contact us and we help you to adjust it, even in those small forms. And even if you say, you know what, now I know that 2 weeks from now I have this event and I want to prepare something special. It's not an issue. This is how 3D printing works in general. You come to us and we tell you, okay, let's do it tomorrow. That's it. Simple as that. Cosplay. I put cosplay here because it's a very interesting phenomenon. Some time ago, a lot of you probably already started hearing about cosplay. Well, in Europe, it was still quite interesting thing, but not many people could try it on. Not many people could start actually doing nice cosplays. Like, for example, here you have Alodia, right? But then 3D printing came up. So people are able to actually make the perfect design, something which they always dreamed about, right? Because they can 3D print it right now. Before, if you had to do it yourself, cut it, the paper and so on, it was too hard. Right now, you can simply 3D print it. You can share it with the world. And now, you have a lot of people who are going on the conventions, and they're trading with each other. Hey, I have this thing, you know? For example, I have this one part for the armor of this, let's say, Batman superhero, right? And they started trading with each other. And more people, although they don't know anything technical about 3D printing, they simply started sharing the models, they started working with it. And this is the power of the community, and this is the power of social interactions you can also have with your products, because the user, the cosplayers here were the passionate ones, and they said, you know what, I know what I need, I know exactly what I need, and I'm going to make it work. I'm going to create it. And then they, with their passion, they become the best marketing people, the best salesmen ever, because they just went to their friends and say, I understand you, I know exactly what you want, and I'm going to give it to you. And this is what we want to show in general with 3D printing. You can see some of the partners we are working with, and after this presentation, I'd love to talk with you and in the future put you also in here. Now, we as G2A, we told you a little bit about the company. Max told you also about the VR plans and the VR content we are doing. I told you about the 3D printing. So if you have any questions, please ask them now. If you would like to talk privately, we're always available at the booth. So, yeah. Any questions? I don't know. Okay, guys. So we're here, just there, you can see our booth, G2A.com, booth G440. Please don't be shy, come visit us. Let's talk and make amazing projects for the future. Thank you, guys.
Right. Thank you, Carol. And thank you, Max. All right, if you would like to meet the team or know more of it, please go to booth G0440 for more information.